Right, so hopefully now I've had a little bit of demons working their magic and stopping me from streaming. Apparently, I couldn't hear myself. Let's get that started. Yeah, so I couldn't hear myself, but I think now we've got everything sorted on.
Right, so hopefully now.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so we are live now, which is good. If you're up and watching, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. It's really late in the UK. And we're watching Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. It's just starting now for a bell for the first round rings. Should be a good one. I was out most of the night, so I didn't get to see much of the domestic card over in the UK, of course, if you're not domestic to the UK. And it was it seemed decent. I've seen a couple of the fights. Not overly shocked about. David Price beating David Allen. I was picking David Price by KO, but didn't think he'd get the TKO or at least the quit from or retirement from the ring from David Allen. But I didn't see the fight. I saw like little bits of it, so I can't really say what I'd seen so far from it. But yeah, round one, Pacquiao fast as ever. Thurman looks quite relaxed, hitting to the body, then up to the head. Not expecting too many people to join me as it's 5 a.m. But yeah, if you do catch us back, have a look at some of the other videos I've got on the channel, and if you like it, please do subscribe because it helps me out a lot. I'll be doing live streams like this as well as videos covering maybe the funnier side of boxing, along with boxing memes. But if you're watching or if you're watching afterwards, let me know who you got to win before the fight and who you think's going to win. Or what you thought after the fact. But yeah, Keith stalking at the moment. Pacquiao coming off the ropes. A lot of love from Manny at the moment in the crowd, as you'd imagine, because everyone loves Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao is coming back. Keith Thurman again on the front foot, backing Pacquiao up to the ropes. But Thurman's taking centre ring, which I think will probably be key in this fight. I don't know. I have no idea in terms of like a prediction of like who I think is going to win. Good shot there by Thurman. Good hard right. What I do know is that Pacquiao is a legend in the ring. I have no ill will against him. I want to see him do well, but I do like Thurman. I think he's really talented. Here you go. Something might have happened here. Pacquiao backed up to the ropes. Pacquiao drops Thurman. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. What the hell happened there? Pacquiao going in for I think the bell for 10 seconds left in the round. What a round from Pacquiao there. They're calling it a wake-up shot or a thrash knockdown or whatever, but that was I just missed it. Coming in with a double jab, one to the body, which Thurman's not going to like, then a right, and it just drops Thurman right on the chin. What a shot that was. Thurman was coming on the way back, so it might have been just more a bit of a balance thing, but cracking shot. Thurman was just wide open for it. Brilliant. That's a 10-8 round then for Pacquiao. Fantastic. Yeah, that'll square up Thurman now. So we'll see if the game plan changes. But that was Manny Pacquiao winding back the years, I suppose, with a great knockdown of Keith Thurman. Can he hang at 40? Can he hang? That's crazy. Bell for round 2 rings. Both quite tentative. Keith on the front foot. That hasn't deterred him. Doesn't seem like he's feeling any of the after effects of that knockdown. Might well have just been a flash. Pacquiao now looking more content to take the centre of the ring than he was in the first round. But that's classic Pacquiao in the first round. That was really cool. The amount of sponsors he's got on his Pacquiao waking up with a flurry after Thurman tagged him. Another flurry again, really sharp. And Pacquiao just stalking around the ring, not giving him a moment to breathe. Another overhand left there. Classic Pacquiao. Pacquiao shorts are just littered, absolutely littered with sponsors, man. Look at them. It's like a who's who. Pacquiao going with the hook and just lands short. Thurman taking his time on the outside. What a switch from the first round. Good shot from Pacquiao. A right landing straight there. Another flurry. It's blocked by Thurman. Just need to be careful because a lot of these shots are blocked. I don't know if Pacquiao really is shooting them to hurt Thurman. He's just trying to mix things up. But they're not scoring is my point here. But I think that this obviously still is a Pacquiao round. Keith Thurman now going back in Pacquiao, and Pacquiao comes back with a flurry. Pacquiao covers up, high guard. Pacquiao comes back with a flurry and takes back centre ring, and Keith moves on the outside. Crowd are well into it. Obviously a pro Pacquiao crowd. So whenever Pacquiao will hit with a flurry, then the crowd will roar. Another good shot, another good flurry from Pacquiao there. I think it might have just missed the last right hook. But the speed is a problem for Thurman at the moment. And I would have thought this maybe another good flurry, tags Thurman, Thurman switches it. Pacquiao just goes for Thurman, it's brilliant, love it. Pacquiao switching, hey, winding back the years, love it. The crowd roars, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's not quite happened yet where maybe you'd think Pacquiao would walk onto a right hand as Thurman's backing up. Can he sustain it though? That's the question. That's what I want to know. Can Pacquiao sustain that for the next however many rounds? Binky's in the audience praying hands emoji. Good second round. Pacquiao with the Ali shuffle. Man, is that Keith Thurman's wife? Alright. Priyana Thapa Thurman. What is she? Indian, Asian or something like that? Name like Priyana, maybe? Who knows? But yeah, anyway, back to the boxing. Those first two rounds were really good. First round, obviously, very exciting. Pacquiao with a knockdown. I don't think anyone predicted a knockdown first round. If you did, let me know. Great shot. Pacquiao just tagging. He's managing to get the chin. The chin is up. The chin is always up and available from Thurman. At least when Pacquiao gets in. So that might be the teller, at least for the next couple of rounds. Bell for the third round rings. So I'd give those two rounds. Obviously, you give the first round to Manny Pacquiao. I'd give the second round to Keith Thurman. Sorry, what am I talking about? I'd give the second round to Manny Pacquiao as well. Again, apologise. It's 5 a.m. here. Thurman tagged Pacquiao there, I think. Pretty sure I saw that with my eyes. Pacquiao took it well. Manny getting the front foot back and Pacquiao up. They switch a lot. It's very mercurial. In when one will be on the front foot back and the other one up, and then the other with good footwork is able to switch that around and then take the other guy and back him up to being taken in the centre of the ring. It's quite interesting to watch. Then they'll jockey back to the centre, and then from the centre, the same sort of thing will happen again. One will back them up, and then they'll sort of switch. Great shot, speed there from Pacquiao was brilliant with the right. Good body shot from Keith Thurman. Thurman again back in Pacquiao from Rose. Pacquiao with some good inside work. Good shot from Keith there. That landed. Right hand landed on Pacquiao. I don't think it had an effect on him. Pacquiao's just Pacquiao's not showing it. Good body work there from Keith. If this is going to go late, then body work early is going to be essential. A good shot on the inside from Keith. A left hook got in. There was a couple of shots exchanged there, but I saw the left from Keith that came through. Good work from both of them. Punching, a lot of them were missed from each of them. Triple jab from Pacquiao is blocked by Thurman. Thurman wild with a hook, misses, but two good shots. The body, a left to the body and a right to the body, get through for Thurman. I was a lot harder to score that round. Not going to even hazard the guess of even trying to score it. Just going to sit back and enjoy this. But yeah. Thurman coming back now with some decent work, at least it looks like, from my eye anyway. So Freddie Roach has dropped 5k, hasn't he, on Manny Pacquiao? Is it to win by knockout or something like that? I'm not sure. I didn't quite hear it. I just heard that Freddie's got 5 Gs on Manny. So the bell for that round rings, and just cornermen are doing their work at the moment. Freddie looked a bit, at least in the back when they were doing the pads, Freddie looked like he'd aged quite a bit. The way he was holding the pads didn't look as sharp as he used to be. Thurman backs Pacquiao to the ropes, bell for the fourth round rings, obviously. Pacquiao again comes off the front foot, pushing Thurman to the back. Good body shot from Manny. 3 body shots, a left body shot ended with a right, and then Thurman times Pacquiao with a shot. Thurman getting in some work as he backs Pacquiao to the ropes. Good body shot and a good body shot in return from Manny. Good exchange here at the start of the fourth round. Pacquiao gets one for pushing. As Thurman again backs Pacquiao to the ropes and goes to do some work. Pacquiao's just getting a little bit caught on the ropes a little bit too often now. We're only 4 rounds in. So he's got to make sure he gets off the ropes, especially at this stage, because that's when Thurman goes to work. But Thurman's trying to push him towards those ropes. Good body shot from Manny Pacquiao, a left and a right after jabbing to the head. A body shot in return from Keith Thurman as well. It's good action. If you're not watching this, then you should be watching it, not listening to me. It's a really good fight, to be fair. Quite engaging. Obviously, you might have it alongside me as well, but this is so far it's everything I thought it would be. Thurman again backing Pacquiao to the ropes. Pacquiao coming out off of the flurry, catches Thurman, I think, with the left and then just misses with the right. A lot of screaming from ringside. God knows where it's coming. So the unofficial scorecards they have, this is from, I don't know who the guy is. They've got Pacquiao 2 rounds up on Thurman. So Thurman winning the third, which I thought the third was quite close and quite hard to score. I did see Thurman coming back. Pacquiao now with a flurry. Thurman puts a high guard up, and then Pacquiao with a volume of punches doesn't allow Thurman to retaliate. Thurman seems to be wanting to take it in an exchange. Crowd are roaring because obviously Manny Pacquiao is on the front foot, whilst Thurman is blocking most of these punches. The thing is that Pacquiao is scoring, so he needs to respond. He can't just hold his guard and try and absorb those punches because some of them are getting through. Good body shot. Another good body shot. Looked a little bit low on the belt line maybe. But that's got to be Manny for me. Manny with the volume, Manny with the work. Although Thurman came back with a couple of punches towards the end of the round, I don't think it was enough to steal the round. So that's Manny for me. Again, I'm not really scoring, just looking from the eye. I think Thurman's nose is bloodied. Yeah, I can see it's probably from that punch. Thurman's nose looked bloodied, I think, at least from the first view, that's what I think happened. And there are a lot of people with a lot of money on Pacquiao, aren't there? I've seen a lot of comments that like, I've got $1,000 on Manny, don't let me down. I've got 8K thing. Don't know. Maybe as Manny aged, obviously Manny's not going to be as fast as he used to be, or as the depth perception might not be there as it was when he was younger, but he's still really good. He fights at such a high level. And yeah, he's like the favourite, isn't he? Or at least he was the favourite last time I looked. And there's obviously a reason for that. I don't know how betting odds work. They've obviously got more expertise than I have. But yeah, at least in these first 5 rounds, I see why he is the favourite. And it looks like, at least in this first half, it looks like that he's going to come through. Favourite, isn't he? Sorry, I just had to check my audio. It looks like he might, it's tempting fate a little bit, but he might come through this and get that payday with Mirka, and that's what's setting up. That's what's set up for him after this fight. Unless he wants to be a bit more serious and take on a proper contender, but I don't see why you wouldn't fight Amir for a lot of money in Saudi Arabia. You'd beat Amir, wouldn't you, if you're Manny Pacquiao? 100%. So yeah, take your 7 million. You'll get more than 7 million, won't you, Manny? Keith Thurman getting in some body work. It's all Thurman at the moment. Pacquiao gets clocked with a right. Definitely hurt him. He's covering up. He's not rocked in any sense. It's just that the shot got through. He's slowing down a little bit. He's getting backed up to the ropes again. He just moves off of it now. But Thurman going to work again. Times with the right as Pacquiao ducks down. Back to the centre ring of the both of them. Manny jabs, which Thurman blocks. A good 1-2, I think. 1 to the body and 2 to the head from Thurman. Yeah, Lennox Lewis now picking on that Thurman's nose is bleeding. Another good shot from Thurman. Thurman round so far, at least in the first half of this round. I think the corner men must have told him to get to work. Double jab, which is blocked from Pacquiao onto Thurman. They've done a split screen. I think a shot got through, but wasn't able to see it. They're just showing Thurman's wife screaming. Left hook gets in for Thurman. I think that's returned as well by Pacquiao. Pacquiao gets to work and the right hand comes through after a left hook is blocked. More body work from Pacquiao. Pacquiao moves off the right hook. Thurman tries an uppercut which doesn't get through, and then a right hook to the head as he backs Pacquiao up to the ropes. Yeah, 30 seconds after this round. again, not scoring, but for my, I think this is a Thurman round. Good jab that stops Thurman in his tracks over there. Just letting Manny know that he's in. I think Manny's trying to steal this round with the last little bit of action in the last 30 seconds as the crowd roars. Ooh, the exchange there. Pacquiao was open there, but Thurman didn't take the opportunity to. Good shot there as the action ends. Thurman's getting busted up, I see. Yeah. Thurman's nose is busted. He's got blood pouring from his face at the moment. Pacquiao's doing a job on him, proper painting him up. They got Wilder here. Wilder's not too bad, to be fair, as a commentator. I think I heard him on the Joshua Klitschko fight. He was doing commentary on the English side. And he wasn't too bad, actually. He had some good insight. And obviously, when you've got a heavyweight who's in direct competition with Anthony Joshua, it's good to get that kind of little bit of needle in between the two and get his perspective on what he was seeing. But the bell for that round rings were just in the intermission. They just cut to some commentary. I don't know who these guys are, to be honest with you. I just obviously can see Deontay Wilder here. So there's, whilst we're waiting for the next round to ring, big card, domestic card. We had Chisora Spilker, I believe. I won't spoil it for anyone if anyone hasn't seen those fights yet. But that was a good fight as far as I've heard. David Allen versus David Price, I heard that was a good fight as well. And Dylan White versus Oscar Rivas domestically in the UK. So if you haven't seen those and you're looking for some action after this, then it might be good to watch it. I'll be watching them. Couple of those fights, maybe later on when I wake up. So the bell for the 6th round rings. And again, Thurman on the front foot, backing Pacquiao up. Same sort of story throughout each of the rounds. Pacquiao a little bit slower and just kind of a little bit lazy with the left hook, jumps in with the left hook. Thurman retaliates with the 1-2, but they miss. Bit of a low shot there, yeah. It's called low, but Pacquiao doesn't make any complaints of it. Ooh. I don't want to see Manny trying to retaliate with the left hook. Set it up with a jab, I think, is what Manny should do. Who am I, to be fair, to tell Manny Pacquiao that's a thingy, but Pacquiao covering up and Thurman gets to work with a jab and then going straight to the head. Quite fast combination. Manny deters him off with a jab, letting him know he's still there. Thurman taking the first half of this round. Thurman ducks in and tries to get a right to the body, doesn't connect. Good right hand as Thurman comes in. Thurman ducks low, slips, and then comes back with a right hand. Got Floyd Mayweather in the crowd. Looking like Shabaranks. Good 1-2 there from Keith. Another jab from Manny Pacquiao. And just giving Floyd Mayweather some love. He's Joe. I think that's Joe Testa, or it might be Joe Goosen. Good inside work from Manny Pacquiao. They're saying Pacquiao is that thrown? Yeah, throwing 347 punches to Thurman's 254. Thurman not bothered by that right hand, I think, there from Manny Pacquiao. Good right hand though from Thurman. Hard to score round again. Pacquiao again with a flurry, but none of it connects. But the crowd roar, which is the issue. Will the judges get influenced by that? Hopefully they won't. Got to play it, fair and down the line. Ten seconds left in the 6th round as Pacquiao gets timed with a right, but takes it. Stepping on the front foot to close the end of the round. And again, another tough round. So G Lung says Pac-Man is on the... Shout out to G, by the way. Up late domestically to watch this. Pac-Man is on the secret sauce. The body shot investments Thurman put in early have no effect. They both not signed up, but they both have agreed not to do any VADA testing. So I'm not going to say there's any secret sources flying around, but who knows? That could be in the mix with either of them. But yeah, he's taking those body shots. I mean, towards the later rounds, we'll see if Pacquiao slows down. But I think the first half of the fight, the story of the fight so far, as Max Kellerman would say, regardless of the result, is that Pacquiao's competing and more than holding his own and winning rounds against the younger Keith Thurman, which says a lot about Manny Pacquiao, a once-in-a-generation kind of talent, especially the way he fights. To still be fighting at this sort of way at 40 years old, with commitments outside the ring as well. Thurman comes up on the front foot, backing Pacquiao off with a combination, pushing towards the ropes. 5-punch combination, which I think most of it was blocked. Another 6-punch combination. A lot of it was blocked from Manny Pacquiao, but he's getting pushed towards the ropes, which is where Keith Thurman tries to get off his work. Good shot on the inside from Manny. Then a good body shot in return from Keith Thurman. Another blocked combination from Keith. Keith looks to come out hot in the first half of the round, and Pacquiao sometimes in the second half of the round, or at least the last 30 seconds, he looks to try and steal the round. It's kind of a veteran kind of tactic, especially when not a lot of action. Good timed right on Manny Pacquiao from Keith Thurman. Pacquiao bangs his glove together towards his head and says, "Come on, bring it on." You don't want to be eating too many of those, Pac-Man. If you remember the Marquez fight and what happened, at least the fourth one, he eats another one of those rights as well. Manny's just got to be careful. He just doesn't get time. Keith's timed a lot of people, especially on the back foot, but Keith seems to be electing to go on the front foot at least. Another good shot there, good hard jab from Keith. Return with a good hard right on the coming in from Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman retaliates with a body shot, then a left hook. Oh, cracking shot there from Keith Thurman. That's where he's timing him. Speed there was brilliant. A 1-2 starting with the right and then finishing with like a hard jab. At least that's what it looked like anyway. Really good. Proper rock. Not rocked, but connected with Pacquiao. Again, another good shot. Left hook there from Manny. He's now starting to shift a little bit more. Yeah, the commentators are picking up the Thurman's with him, I agree. An uppercut comes in from Pacquiao, cracking uppercut and a right hook. Then a left hook rocks Pacquiao. Good exchange here towards the end of the round, unfortunately. I think that's a Thurman round, as Pacquiao seems to have slowed down a little bit. Now picking it up in the last couple of seconds, but he's got to. You can't rely on that veteran kind of style to try and close out the last minute, last 30 seconds, because they're just showing the replay of him getting timed coming in, which is my kind of worry with Pac-Man. Says it doesn't affect him, but he'll get there. The thing is, he's seeing the punches coming, which is good. So it's a jab, hard jab. Yeah, and then Thurman comes down from low with the right hand, then the left. That was the combination that rocked Pacquiao for me. Thurman around there. Again, I'm not really scoring. They were applying ice to Thurman's eye. He might be getting some swelling there. He looks alright, to be fair, apart from the busted nose that he had a little bit earlier. So G says Pac-Man's calves are looking thick. I haven't been looking at the calves, to be honest with you. I'll have a look this round if I can. But yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with, to be fair, because they're both so fast. This Pacquiao is like goals, because if I was half as fast as Pacquiao at the age of 40, man, I must be doing something right. I don't get how the guy has that speed. And just the ability to throw at the age of 40. Like, I don't have that when I do boxing at all. Now, Pacquiao 2 rounds up on their unofficial scorecard. But I have no idea how Pacquiao at the age of 40 is able to do those things. He's just, don't know, good genes, or he's been training since he was, or got into boxing really young, and he's just used to it. But the guy, man, is so goals, such motivation. I think young boxers watching Manny Pacquiao, you got to be motivated by him. You can say you have a long career, you can do really well, fight great fighters, and with his style as well, never boring. It's around 8 rings, and Pacquiao's on the front foot in the middle of the ring. They exchange. Pacquiao just pot shotting now. David Archilla says Pac-Man. I'm rooting for Pac-Man as well, 100%. I think Pac-Man's taken this fight as well. Just my fear is later on he might get timed. Right there, Keith Thurman came in with a right hook. Pacquiao blocked it. But that's the thing with Keith. He's got the power. He's got the ability to time someone. And Pacquiao's been timed before, and he's got to just be vigilant for the last 4 rounds. Which I think, well, Pacquiao's got all the experience to do so. I just want to make sure he sees it through. But it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant at the age of 40 to just be doing this. Honestly, it's astounding. Manny again pushing the fight now. Getting a bit more off. He was a little bit slow in the last round for me, but he's now picking it up. Punch output's increased. 3-punch combination ending with a jab, I believe. Pacquiao then times Keith with a left hook. As they clinch, 40 seconds left in the round. Keith just misses with a left hook, but then gets one into the body, with right hook to the body. Again tries the left hook. Three-punch combination with the right getting through. This is more of an overhand right from Keith Thurman. Ten seconds left in the round. Ooh, did that get through? I can't quite tell. Pacquiao, I don't think it did, because Pacquiao, there, a couple of jabs right at the end of the round got through, knocking back the head of Manny Pacquiao. But not enough to take the round for me. I think Pacquiao stepped on the gas there, especially after the last round, and took that round, in my opinion. Whilst there's intermission, if you're new here, please do like and subscribe. I do live streams for the most part for all the big fights. I wasn't able to do it domestically as I had a prior engagement, but I do boxing from the funnier side, so do check out some of my videos. I'm pretty sure they'll make you laugh. I've got a video series on The Contender, so if you remember The Contender back in the day, I'm reviewing that, throwing in some jokes and memes. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. And then I've got a series called Shit Boxing Fans Say, going through the comments of boxing fans and picking them apart, making some jokes about it. So do check it out if you've got the time. So yeah, again, if you've got the chance to, please click like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, we're just watching a replay of Keith Thurman timing Pacquiao right towards the end of the round with a right hook. Keith got in, Pacquiao just didn't see it, and he lands a second right to rock Pacquiao onto his back foot as the bell for the 9th round rings. Thurman's slowing down, and this time in this round, he doesn't look to throw straight off the gate in the 9th round. He's not pushing Pacquiao as much to the back of the ropes as he was previously. As he just does that now, 30 seconds into the 9th round. But Pacquiao comes off the ropes. Pacquiao employing quite a high guard to block a lot of the Thurman punches. Good body work. Thurman has done a lot of good body work through these 9 rounds. Whether it's telling, we'll see in the last couple of rounds. But it hasn't quite just told just yet. Another good jab from Thurman. He probes with the right hand, probes with a couple of feinted jabs, and times Manny Pacquiao with the right, which Manny takes. Keith Thurman probing again, employing a lot of feints and feinting with a jab a little bit, rocking his left jabbing hand forward. Goes in with a 1-2 which misses. They're saying that Thurman has landed about 50 more power punches. I can't say I've been tracking that to know if that's correct, but that's what they're picking up on. Right hands, it's very much probing this time around, a lot less action than we've had in the previous rounds at the moment. Round 9 has been a little bit quiet, hard to score if you're a judge. Hard to pick a winner of the round for my eye. A lot of probing and a lot of posturing. No one seems to be willing to engage. It might be a round off for both of them as they go into the championship rounds. A telling combination might take the either judges to win this round for either of them. And I think Pacquiao in the last 30 seconds might pick up to sneak this round out. They're both in the centre of the ring. Thurman gets in a little bit of a sneaker hook and a left hook to the body as Pacquiao gets to work on the inside. Good jab from Thurman as he backs Pacquiao up. I think he's rocked Pacquiao a little bit here. Pacquiao's got his guard up, moves out the way. Pacquiao retaliates back and rocks Thurman's head back as he pushes into the ropes. And then Keith Thurman is able to slip out from the ropes and get back to the centre of the ring. Pacquiao with a flurry, it's all missed. Good couple of shots there as they clinch. It's getting a little bit spicy. I think the bell's about to ring for the night. Yeah, bell rings. As the bell rings, G says, Pac-Man has already won on points if he doesn't get KO'd. Probs due to get robbed by the judges. I don't know what the PVC or whoever is running this would want to win. I imagine Pacquiao. I imagine it suits them better for Pacquiao to win because Thurman's so inactive at the moment. And Pacquiao's still going strong. It depends on his in terms of robbery. I have no idea. I don't know what Pacquiao's aspirations are. If he wants to go and fight Errol Spence, if that's going to happen after obviously Errol Spence and Sean Paul, or if he's going to go and just take some money over in Saudi Arabia against Amir Khan. But yeah, I mean, it's so hard to know if the score. Obviously, you see the unofficial scorecards, and it's quite easy to get kind of influenced by the commentators. But yeah, you'd hate to see a bit of a shit robbery kind of thing. It's like with like we've seen throughout history of boxing. This is one of those fights, a big fight like this. You want it properly called down the middle. Again, now Thurman again as the archetype in the other previous rounds comes off of the front foot in round 10. Gets off a flurry, but it's mostly blocked by Manny Pacquiao. 1-2 from Keith is blocked. Pacquiao responds with a jab. Just feints it out there to make sure Keith Thurman knows that he's there. Probing again for the both of them. It seems like they're both tired, so instead of looking to step on the front foot, each of them are kind of taking their time to probe and pick their shots a little bit more. At least in the first minute of this round, that's what it seems like is happening. Left jab comes over the hand of Manny Pacquiao and gets through from Keith. 1-2 gets through from Manny Pacquiao and Keith. Keith takes a step back. Another one gets through an overhand right. Pacquiao shoots to the body. So they've got it, 2 rounds to Manny Pacquiao. So it's really close. Really, really close. The knockdown might be the teller. So yeah, maybe you're right, Gene, that if Pacquiao doesn't get KO'd or takes a knee at some point, you'll have this. A lot of thrown punches and the miss from Manny. Keith tries to engage on the inside, but they're missed as well. They just missed by inches. Pacquiao gets to work, and I think a body shot gets through on Keith. Keith's backing up. I think he's hurt him here to the body. He's shooting to the body again, is Manny Pacquiao. Keith looks like he's about to go down. Keith's in real big trouble. That body shot rocked him. He hates taking body shots. The referee looked like he was stepping in there, but I think it's just to break up a clinch. Pacquiao needs to shoot to the body and beware of getting tagged, but he's got Thurman rocked here with a body shot. Was it the last fight again where, or one of the, there was a big fight before which everyone points out to where Thurman got rocked with a body shot and then he just pedaled. That's exactly what's happening here. Body shot got through and Thurman just does not like it. He hates getting tagged to the body. Thurman back on the front foot and tags Manny with a left hook. Pacquiao comes back to the body. He might have blown himself a little bit out here in the 10th round. Does get an uppercut, I believe, got through from Manny on Thurman. Thurman shoots the right hook, but Pacquiao ducks down and it misses. Good left hook there from Thurman. I want to see that body shot again. But that's the thing with Keith, like, especially to the body, well, mostly to the body. He tries to shoot the right hand down to time Manny Pacquiao, but doesn't. That's the thing with Keith, because whenever he gets tagged to the body, he just doesn't have that tell, or he doesn't have the poker face. He always tells that he's been hurt, and you know when he's been hurt. It's plain to see with Keith. Other fighters, I think, do it well when they get hit when they get buzzed or take shots to the body. They're able to kind of mask it. With Keith, it's just so obvious to see, and then that gives Pacquiao a chance to capitalise. Hopefully, we'll get to see a replay of that event just happening there. G says Thurman is slowing down from the body shots, but not the other way around to a 40-year-old. Source alert. So G, are you picking Thurman here? Are you exposing Manny Pacquiao, calling him out on having the sauce? I would imagine. I think obviously I know that you're a Pacquiao fan, so a bit controversial there with the sauce. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's a body shot. What is Keith doing? That's very tricky, really tricky there. They've just shown a replay of Keith when he took that body shot. He pushes out his gum shield and holds it in his glove. So obviously, if he does go down, he can throw it on the floor and get those extra couple of seconds to recuperate. Very sly, very tricky, but do that to your advantage. To be fair, Keith, if you're sensing that, that's a pretty decent move there. But tricky. Bell for the 11th round rings. Pacquiao in firm control, I think, and I'll be selective and just shoot to the body if I was Manny Pacquiao. Whilst the action just starts to bubble as Keith gets in with a right to the head, which Pacquiao blocks. If you're new here, please do like and subscribe. I do live streams for all most of the main fights. Wasn't able to do one for the previous fight domestically, but I do them quite regularly. And I cover boxing on a funny kind of slant, so do check out my videos. Got a series on shitboxing fans say, as well as the Contender. If you watched that back in the day, great series. Back to the action as we have 2 minutes left in the 11th round. Not a lot has happened. Pacquiao does time Keith on the way in with a right hook, sneaky, and a couple of jabs to the body. Keith Thurman comes back, pushing Manny. I think Manny might have Manny might have swelling on his right eye. Didn't quite see. It looked like he did. I don't know when that swelling quite came in. Manny jumps in with left. Think just misses. Manny gets hit with a right from Keith. 1-2 from Keith on Manny, which has rocked Manny Pacquiao here. Manny looks like he's buzzed. He's coming back though. Another right hand comes through from Keith on Manny. Manny steps forward. It looks okay from that shot, but it did look like he was hurt. But that's the thing with the poker face. I think Manny got buzzed there, but was able to take it. And he's showing, he covered up, but he's showing that he's not hurt from it, even if he is. 1-2 there from Manny on Keith. Good right hand there, gets in from Keith again. Just misses with a 1-2. Pacquiao is able to judge the distance and take those steps back. leaving Keith's shots missing by quite a bit. Good shot there. Keith managed to, and a left in return from Pacquiao as well. Just missing. Good shot to the body there from Thurman. So G says Pac-Man has won nearly every round in my opinion. Thurman by split decision. Are you ahead of me? You might be ahead of me because I'm still in the 12th round. Let me know if you're around ahead of me, which is fine. Might be the case. But I might have to do a little refresh of my pay-per-view if that's the case. But yeah, we're coming in, at least on my end, coming into the 12th and final round. Thurman by split decision after G coming in with the memes. The judges have Canelo winning G. Oscar's paid him off, so the judges got Canelo winning the fight clearly. 12th and final round, championship round. As we're coming into the 12th and final round, again, if you're new here, please do like and subscribe. I cover boxing from a funny kind of stance. Check out my videos. I'm sure they'll make you laugh. And hope you stick around for the journey. So coming in for the 12th and final round. G's ahead of me stream-wise. No worries, that's fine. They touch gloves for the final round. See if anything crazy happens here. Pacquiao should see this out. Last round was quite hard to score. Thurman misses, he jumps in with a 1-2. Another 1-2. Don't think Thurman intended to land it, but it just misses. Thurman kind of slips, looks to use some body movement and head movement to kind of put Pacquiao off, but Pacquiao isn't deterred by it. Pacquiao gets pushed off to the ropes and now takes back to the centre ring. Not a lot of action in the first minute of the last round. Thurman, I imagine, will have been told by his corner to step it up. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of people. I heard some people saying that, you know, Thurman has never dealt with someone like Pacquiao, but Pacquiao has dealt with people like Thurman, and that's going to be the thing here. And it looks like that's been the case. Double jab, as Thurman got in a sneaky right from Pacquiao. And then on the inside, Pacquiao gets a short uppercut, backs Thurman up the ropes. Thurman comes off of the ropes to retaliate. Again, Pacquiao with a 3-punch combination, which is covered. Pacquiao tags Thurman. Thurman's rocked, he's wobbled. Thurman comes back with a hook. Doesn't connect on Pacquiao. Another right hook there on Pacquiao from Thurman. Thurman pushes Pacquiao to the back of the ropes. Pacquiao rises off the ropes to tag Thurman. Pacquiao, man, he won't be stopped here, I think. Not in terms of being KO'd, but he won't be deterred off of, you know, finishing this fight and coming back and retaliating off of Thurman. Last minute left of the 12th round. Thurman's got to do something here, for me at least, on my eye. Not been scoring it, but for my eye, I think Thurman's got to do something. Good right hook there, but didn't have the power to really shake Pacquiao. Couple of jabs get through from Thurman, nothing telling at all. Pacquiao with good movement. He's just been like this for 12 rounds. Not quite the Pacquiao of old, but still just like a little bit slower Pacquiao, which is still really good. Good right hand there, which knocks Pacquiao's head back. Another one again. A left hook misses from Thurman. 10 seconds left. They swing. Both of them don't connect any shots. Pacquiao gets the right hand in. One shot gets in after the end of the bell from Thurman and Pacquiao. As Thurman raises his hands, Pacquiao's jumping on his feet lightly. Pacquiao wins that for me. Pacquiao with a really good performance in my opinion. That's just something that's really phenomenal. To have that fighting style throughout your career, that volume of punching throughout your career, and to still do that at the age of 40 against someone who's, a lot younger than you, has beaten really good fighters as well, is a genuine threat in himself, and to have handled him in that sort of way, yeah, Pacquiao can contend at the top still. I don't know for how many years. I don't know who will make him look old eventually. If it's someone like an Errol Spence, ends up making him look old. But at the moment, he looks really good. Doesn't look old. He looks really good. So is the robbery in? Is the fix in for Keith Thurman? As Pacquiao gets to the top of the turnbuckle and raises his arms to the crowd, and the crowd roar him on. Is the fix in for Thurman to be winning on the scorecards? I wonder how many rounds they've got it to Pacquiao. The unofficial scorecard, I think, seemed to have it 2 rounds. It must, but I think that was in the 10th I saw it. So they're just showing a fight recap here now. Good body work. That knockdown. It's a balance thing, I think, as well as being caught on the chin from Pacquiao. Really good for Pacquiao to capitalise upon that. Excellent work. But there was some good short, sharp shots from Keith Thurman as well. Some good work. It's just really what the judges see. Some of those rounds were really close. Really close. And I'm not a judge, so I have no idea how you separate those rounds at all. If you give them draws, if you give them one way or another, if you like the volume, if you like the selected shots that sometimes Keith Thurman got through with, or the selected shots that sometimes Manny Pacquiao got through with in certain rounds. Very difficult to score. So if he doesn't get Jeff Horned like he did over in Australia. So G says Andy Ruiz deserved a better seat. Yeah, you must be ahead of me in the stream because I've not quite seen that just yet. You're quite a bit ahead of me. No problem at all. Just while we're waiting for the decision, if you guys are ahead of me on the stream, again, as we're coming towards the end of this, we're just waiting for the decision, and I'll stick around to see who Pacquiao calls out. Probably Amir Khan, I think. Again, do click subscribe and check out some of my videos. I do boxing on the funniest sort of angle. Check them out. I'm sure they'll make you laugh. I cover shit boxing fans there, where I select out some comments from boxing fans and make some jokes out of them. And then I've got a series which including The Contender. If you watched it back in the day, it was brilliant. I'm covering that, throwing in some jokes and some memes. So, I mean, Thurman's wife looks happy enough, so... But is she scoring a fight? Here we go. Bell rings. They go out to read out the scores. Split decision. So there you go. It's really close here. 1 round in favour of Keith Thurman. 114-113. Wow. 115-112. 3 rounds to Manny Pacquiao. Obviously with the knockdown it kind of skews it a little bit. Here we go. It's going to be a draw. Pacquiao takes it 115-112 with a third judge giving it to Manny Pacquiao. Yes, no robbery. Brilliant. Pacquiao gets the victory that he deserved. He totally dealt with Keith Thurman, the younger guy. Pacquiao at the age of 40. I don't get how you get a split decision there. How did one? Keith Thurman looks pissed, and he's all right. Fair play to him. He's holding up Pacquiao's hands now. But how does one judge give that 1 round to Keith Thurman? I want to see that card. I'd love to see that card because I just don't see that at all. Don't know where he got that from. Yes, there were some very close rounds, but I guess he must have gave all those close rounds to Pacquiao. But yeah, the crowd erupts for Manny Pacquiao. Well-deserved victory in my eyes. Wasn't really scoring it. But from my eye, I think Pacquiao was won by 3 or 4 rounds. 115-112. Wilder's jabbing on about something. Just going to stick around to see who Pacquiao calls out. But that was really good performance. I'm repeating itself a little bit, but it genuinely is really something to behold when someone at the age of 40, juice or not, well, obviously juice. If it is juice playing a part, then fucking hell, send some juice my way. Pacquiao can retire and start selling juice, and I'll buy it. Pac-Man is cheating on his wife again tonight. I didn't know he cheated on his wife in the first place. But if he is, then, well, Manny's a hot ticket right now with that performance. I think if anyone's watching and want to buy him a beer, or, you know, the other thing as well. So, yeah, man. He's got that title and it's about well-deserved for my eye. Yeah, Thurman, to be fair, I don't think he's, you know, throwing stink faces and saying that, you know, he was robbed or anything like that. I think fair play to Thurman. He gave it the big one. He gave it the big one in the pre-match build-up. I think he was obviously, you know, selling the fight in that, but he's going that, you know, I'm going to give him that, going to give a little stab, a little jab, all that crap, and saying he's going to crucify Manny Pacquiao. He definitely came to fight. He definitely wasn't coming to lose, but sometimes fighters, when they give that big talk and they don't get their victory, they'll run off and, you know, Adrian Broner style, like he did against Maidana. But Thurman, to be fair to him, is in the ring still and giving the props to Pacquiao, which is good to see. But again, I just can't get over. That one round. Was it Glenn Feldman? Don't know. I want to see that card. I'll have a look at that card. Try and find it. They're just on an interview with Manny Pacquiao now, so we'll listen in once they've. You might be able to hear it as well. Here we go.
You told us that you wanted to prove
that
you could still do it at 40 years old. Well, you certainly did that here tonight. If you were smiling, how fun was this fight for you?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, I'm getting hard for my opponent. He's not.
Pacquiao says he's getting hard for his opponent. I must have misheard that, right?
He's strong.
I know you had a lot of, there was a lot of trash talk, but you remained calm throughout this. You didn't really engage in the trash talk, but you said you wanted to teach him a lesson. Is it there a little extra bonus?
Yeah, he did. Did teach him a lesson.
Well, I'm not the kind of boxer talker. Just promoting the fight. I think we did
so Keith gets his first loss in his career. To have a loss against Manny Pacquiao on your record, that's nothing to be like, nothing to be disappointed by. Obviously it's disappointing, but you know, nothing to be disheartened by. In the grand scheme of things, when he retires, eventually Keith, he'll see that he lost to a legend.
Thank you so much for coming here and witness the fight. I'm sure you're happy tonight because you see a good fight.
Yeah, definitely, great fight. 25 current or former world champions. Unbelievable. Keith got tagged. He's got tagged. Tagged to the left and right under the eye, then to the head as well. Pacquiao looks unblemished. Couple of marks on his nose, for the most part. Here we go. 29 anymore. Here we go. Next year, okay.
I am busy to this year. After this fight, I'm going back to the Philippines to work, starting working in the city.
Okay.
I know you have a jet standing by to do that. I want to ask you really quick.
Jet standing by, so he's fucking off straight away.
It's a stack division. Obviously, we have Staples Center September.
Right, who are they calling out? Talking about Errol Spence and Sean Porter. They're going to get him to call out Errol Spence and Sean Porter?
I hope I can watch that fight and win there to witness the fight.
Well, congratulations.
So he says he's going to be there to watch the fight and witness it. He doesn't quite call him out. I think it's going to be Amir. His next fight will be against Amir for the payday in Saudi Arabia. We'll let Keith speak and then we'll close it out.
But you did so in spectacular fashion. When you heard the split decision, what was going through your mind?
I knew it was too close. You know, he got the knockdown, so he had momentum in round one.
Close and knocked down.
I want to thank the fans. I want to thank everybody coming out.
Fair play to Keith. So got my respect here. Gets the roar from the crowd.
Legendary champion. Oh, Senator, great as ye, Senator. I promise I'd say that if he won tonight. And he did. He got the victory over me. I wish I had a little bit more output to go toe-to-toe. I felt like he was getting a little bit tired, but he did have experience in the ring.
Yeah.
My conditioning, my output was just behind Manny Pacquiao. It was a great night of boxing. I would love the rematch. It is what it is, baby.
Thurman called out the rematch for being totally respectful and dignified in his loss. Great to see, especially after the talk he did. Obviously, it says Thanks, Manny Pacquiao. That's the way to... Chael Sonnen said in this thing, there's a way to lose. That's the way to lose. That's the way to be. So fair play to him. So as we close this out, Manny Pacquiao beats Keith Thurman by split decision. One scorecard given it to Keith Thurman by 1 round. They had it that close to him. Keith Thurman gets knocked down in the first round. Wasn't quite too buzzed, but it knocked him off balance. Pacquiao with a right straight on the chin. Really good fight. I'd love to see it run back once Keith Thurman's got a little bit more experience behind him, and obviously Pacquiao will then age. Pacquiao doesn't call anyone out. He says he's got a lot of work to do. Obviously, he's a senator in the Philippines. And he says his next fight will be next year. If he means something like, the Amir fight being an exhibition sort of thing, then maybe we might see the Amir fight being this year. But looks likely to be next year. Although Amir seems to have thought that he's got the agreed fight for November, December. So a little bit strange there. But nothing seems to be signed from Pacquiao's side. I think it's been the talk from their camp. So we'll wait and see if that fight comes out. I think it will, because Pacquiao will take the money. It's been massive in Saudi Arabia. Amir will take the money, massive for him. Massive fight. People will watch it, and Pacquiao will come through that quite easily. So it's an easy fight for him to come through, defend that belt against Amir Khan, and then come back against an opponent like Errol Spence and Sean Porter. Whoever wins that fight, most probably Errol Spence. Everyone's going to give that to him now, so I'll probably say that I'll put my flag on Errol Spence right now, from what I've seen. But yeah, if Manny takes on one of those two, I wouldn't count him out. I wouldn't say that he's Father Time or anything like that. I'd give him much of a chance against those two. The guy's mercurial. He's 14. He does that. Never count him out. So I'm going to close up the stream. If you're new here, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out loads. Subscribe to the channel as I do these live streams, and I've got more boxing content coming your way. Shit boxing fans say it'll make you laugh. The Contender Series, it'll make you laugh. But thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. It's 6 AM in the UK. I was knackered. I watched this fight, and I'm a little bit more lively, which is strange. I'm going to have to count some sheep to fall asleep. Thank you to everyone who joined me. Thank you to G in the chat, David Archia. Thank you to anyone else who clicked and joined and watched. Greatly appreciated. But for now, peace, pleasure, good night, goodbye. Forever your corner man, take aims. And I'll see you on fight night.
He didn't say the foot stomper. But, the bottom line is, no matter which way you slide.